I like the 1967 Ford Thunderbird. I think that the Ford Thunderbird is maybe the best looking American car. Like the top three, it changes all the time with me, but for now, the top three would have to be like the Ford Thunderbird, the Chevrolet Corvette, and then you have like the Lincoln Continental. But the like this is the really controversial part, but the Lincoln Continentals pre 1960 are so much better looking. Like it's really hard to put into words. I don't like how simplified and elongated the body became in the 60s, where it's like the single really wide grill with the really elongated side view. You know what I'm talking about. I think that's the worst one. Like the 1940, yeah, like the 1942 to 47 Continental, I think the first one. Oh my god, that thing is evil. That thing is great looking. And I think the only car to really do like the villain look better is the C7 Corvette. And I would call the C7 Corvette the nicest, like the best looking Corvette. I really would, except it has one glaring flaw. And for me, that is the taillights. The most iconic part about Corvette's design was the four circular taillights on the rear end. And when they got rid of the circular tail lamps in the C7 generation, it really made me sad because it felt like an aesthetic downgrade because they were basically copied from the that generation's like the contemporary Camaro, and it just stripped away some of the uniqueness of seeing a Corvette. Like when you would be going down the road at night and you would see the four circular tail lamps in the dark, you'd be able to point out and be like, "Oh my god, that's a Corvette. That's so cool." But in the dark, when it's just the arrow tail lights, like they're more like feather shaped. But when it's just like the more generic tail lamps, it's not, there's no fun in it because you don't know what it is anymore. But the C7 Corvette really did accomplish the idealistic like villain car where the riding compartment is like really far in the back carriage and the front of it is so forward sloping and exaggerated so far that it looks like it's been like pulled out in such a way that it comes to that like really fantastic point at the front of it. It's got such like villain vibes. It's great. And then there's the C8 Corvette, which is the worst one. I really don't like anything about the C8 Corvette because it follows the design inspiration of the tail lamps, where it's very sharp, very angular, but its design is not at all Corvette. Like when I look at the C8 Corvette, I see an Audi product with the wind, those like wind vents, the wind skirts on the side of it that go up towards like the, like the upper rib section are very like European sports car to me. And when I imagine like Audi sports cars, because Audi owns a lot of the like European sports car brands. So there's like a similar design language between a lot of them. And when I see those air gaps in the front grille underneath where the radiator is and those like cutouts right where the gas fill tank is. It's like it screams Audi product, and it doesn't look like a Corvette to me anymore, and it's so disappointing. And I just wish that they made the Thunderbird still. I love the Thunderbird with like the turquoise badges and that wraparound back seat, and like I think the '67 Thunderbird is the best looking one because it's got the one Thunderbird in the front and the two Thunderbirds on the tail lamps. It's so it's so like movie villain in a good way. Like it's so like cheesy's 70s villains with the pop-up headlights and the Landau top, and like you can like I've seen one in a gold color. Like it's great looking. They're so beautiful. And even the 2000s reimagining, I didn't I don't like them. I've seen them in person, and the most interesting thing about them is like even from like a mile away, you can see that like the ones I've seen, there are always bright colors. Like I've seen there's a blue one and a yellow one, and every time you can see them like a mile away because they've got that like chrome at the front, and it's such an interesting like arrow shape that nothing else around here looks anything remotely like it. So I always like picking them out when I see them. And that's the most complimentary part about the redesign is that it is iconic and easy to spot at a glance, but not in an attractive way. Like it doesn't look good, but it is a looker. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot. The Buick Riviera is like it really does fight for third place with the like Lincoln Continental. The boat tail Riviera, the 1971 specifically because it doesn't have the like bumper mandates in the 70s is so good looking. Like I always think about that one Richard Hammond drove in Top Gear, and I am it must be the American in me, but I'm so unbelievably jealous of that like juicy, succulent lime green. It I love it. I dream about that thing so much. Like it fills me with such a hateful jealousy. But I don't know. Maybe the Continental does have a V12, and that does do a lot of the heavy lifting in my mind because V12s are just like they're just cool. They're just cool.